everyone, you're watching Explore to Shine with Anu.
Before proceeding to the video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done, and also hit the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload a new video. With no further delay, let's quickly dive into this video.
So in this video, we are going to see about Vlookup and Hlookup functions. Both these functions are used for data retrieval in a very large data set. So let's see one by one. Vlookup. V stands for vertical. So Vlookup means it's vertical lookup. What does it mean? It searches down the first column of the table. Okay, here the Vlookup is a function which is used to look up a value in a table and return a value from the same row in a different column. Okay, and the syntax of this is we have Vlookup, and the parameters of Vlookup are, the first parameter is Vlookup value, then the table array, column index number, and finally the range lookup. So what is this parameter stands for? First, Vlookup value. What is Vlookup value? You have to specify the value you want to search, which is present in the leftmost column, and it should be present in the leftmost column of the table. And the table array is nothing but the range of cells containing the table where the lookup will occur. And next, the column index number, you have to specify which column within the table range contains a value you want to return. And finally, the range lookup, which is optional. It specifies whether you want an exact match or an approximate match. Okay, when we are explaining with examples, you will understand better. So next, what is Vlookup? It is a function which is used to look up a value in a table, which searches for a value in a table and returns a value from the same row in a different column. Got it? And you know the syntax. We have Vlookup. Within brackets, we are having the lookup value, table array, column index number, and the range lookup. And all these parameters are being separated by comma or semicolon. Most commonly, we use comma to separate each of the parameter. So what is that we are going to see? The different ways of using this Vlookup are. So first we are going to see a simple Vlookup or normal Vlookup. Then we'll see Vlookup with data validation, Vlookup from different sheet, Vlookup from different workbook, copying, Vlookup formula, Vlookup multiple values at once. We have a mark list of students. So here the columns are name, English, Kannada, Science, Hindi, Maths, Social. We also have total, average and result scored by each and every student. Okay. Here, suppose I want to find the total of a particular student. Say for example, I want to find the total of Mayo. So how do you find the total of Mayo? Manually, when you're searching, you just search for Mayo's name in the name column. As soon as you found it, you come to the totals column. So what is the total of Mayo now? It is 434. Is it? It is 434. Suppose I want to find the total of Shivan. So what I am doing manually, in the name column, I am searching for Shivan's record. So I found the name Shivan. Then I am looking for the total here. So total of Shivan is 410. Right? So this is the manual approach. So this is fine when the data set is small. What if your data set is large? So then we use a function called Vlookup. Say suppose now I want to find the total of Shivan. I am using the formula called Vlookup. Open the bracket. So what is the first parameter of Vlookup? The lookup value. Means the value you want to search So what is the value I want to search? I want to search for the name called Shivan. And always the lookup value should be the leftmost column in your table. And your next parameter is a table array. So from which table you are searching for the name Shivan? I am selecting the entire table here. So that is a table array. And your third parameter is a column index number. Here you have to specify which column within the table range contains the value you want to return. So you want to specify the column. Which column you want to retrieve? I want the total column, isn't it? With respect to this table, which column number it is. So name is the first column, English is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth. So I want to retrieve the data in the eighth column of the table and I want an exact match. So I give 0 here, close the bracket and give enter. Yes, you got the answer now. So the total of Shivan is 410. Suppose I need the total of Sachit. So Sachit total is 366. Is it correct? Sachit 366. Yes, we got it right. So now I want to find the total of Ricky. So just give enter. Now the total of Ricky is 419. Works cool, right? So this is how you find the total of a particular student. Okay. So each and every time, instead of typing the name here, what if I had a list of names so that I can select the student name directly from that list? So how I can do that? I can use data validation in this. So we'll see how to do data validation. So I want the list of names to be listed here. So which is present in data column and come to data validation. So instead of any value, just select list here. Just click on source. So where is the list present? Select the range of names here and then go for OK. So now as soon as you click OK, you find an arrow here. Just click an arrow in order to select the name. So I want Satvik's total. Just select Satvik here. So finding the total is the same formula now. So I am using the Vlookup function. So start with an equal sign, Vlookup, open the bracket. What is your first parameter? The lookup value. What is the lookup value here? So lookup value is present here. I want to search for Satvik in that name column. So I am searching Satvik data. Within which table? So select the table range here. So this is a table range and the column number. What do you want to retrieve? After searching for Satvik record, what is that you want to retrieve here? I want to retrieve total, which is the 8th column in this particular table, isn't it? So I'll just give 8, comma, I want an exact match, so I put 0, close the bracket and give enter. So now the total of Satvik is 481. Now instead of typing the name, you can just select here. So next I want the total of Sharav. Sharav's total is 389. If I want the total of Huvik, Huvik's total is 446. Got it? Okay. So next what we are going to see is, so first we saw a simple Vlookup, then how to use Vlookup with data validation we have seen. Next one is Vlookup from different sheet. Okay, I want to use this Vlookup from a different sheet. So I want to use Vlookup here. So I want the total of a particular student. Say I want total of Shivan. Here the formula is simple as that. Use the same formula. Vlookup, open the bracket. I am searching for Shivan in the table which is present in another sheet. I am just using the sheet. I want to fix this by using F4. Comma. So the column index number is 8 and I need an exact match, so it is 0 here. Close the bracket and give enter. So the total of Shivan is 410. So Shivan, we have 410 here. Okay, so you can not only find the data from the same worksheet, you can also retrieve the data from another sheet also using Vlookup. Cool, right? Okay. So Vlookup from different workbook also is the same, but the difference is you're selecting the table array from different workbook. That's it. Okay. So next, see how to copy the formula. Previously, we have seen how to find the total of one student. Suppose I want to find the total of few students. For example, I want the total of Satvik, Shalvin, Sachit, Shivan and Sharam. We are going to type the same formula. Just give Vlookup, open the bracket. The lookup value is in A16. That is Satvik value I am searching for. In which table? I want to search in this particular table. And I want to make the table as absolute reference by pressing F4, because when I am copying the formula, I don't want the cell address to be changed. So I make this as absolute value, comma, the column index number of total. So total is 8, comma, 0, absolute value. Just give enter, give enter. So once you got the total for one particular student, you can either double click here or drag your fill handle. You see that the total for remaining students are being displayed. Okay, now this is how do you copy a formula. So copying the formula down is very simple and it is done just by dragging the fill handle. But copying Vlookup formula from left to right will not work with the same formula. Say suppose now if I want to retrieve not only total, I need even the average and the result of each and every student. Okay. So if I am trying to copy this formula, will it work for me? Just drag. So this will not work. What is the reason? So firstly, you see the lookup value in average. So lookup value becomes as B16. But the actual lookup value is in A16, right? Satvik only is the lookup value. But when you are trying to copy the formula, the lookup value changes to B16. So what should I do now? So I have to make this as A16 in your total as absolute cell reference. So for that, I just go to formula in total. I'll make this A16 as absolute cell reference by pressing F4. Okay. And still, when I give enter and trying to copy now, still it will not work for you. What is the reason here? You're getting only the total. What is the other mistake we have done here? That is, in total, you're going to retrieve the data of 8th column, which is a total. So the total only is being retrieved in average and result. But what I need is average, which is actually the 9th column. So if I want 9th column value, so I can just mention as 9 here and give enter. So you got the average and result is in the 10th column. So I can make this as 10. Okay, you got this. Now instead of giving the column index, here we can use a formula columns which helps us to give dynamic column index. So we'll just use a column function which is used to find the column number of a specific cell reference. Okay, so here instead of giving this 8, 9 and 10, changing it to 8, 9 and 10, here I'll use the same Vlookup function. Let me remove this function. We'll just alter this function a bit, so no need of giving the column number. Just give Vlookup, open the bracket, lookup value is in A16. I'm making it as absolute cell reference by pressing F4, comma. I'm selecting the entire table range. Once again press F4 to make it as absolute cell reference, and instead of giving the column number for total, so what I can do is I'm using a function called columns. Columns, open the bracket, and I'm selecting this till total, and I'm making only the first parameter, that is first cell reference, as absolute, fixed by pressing F4. Okay, close this bracket, give a comma, giving 0, close the bracket and giving enter. So it is 481. Got the total. So here instead of mentioning the column number, column index number, I am just using the function called columns. So what this column function does, it is used to find the column number of a specific cell reference. Here it finds the column number of total, isn't it? And I want the absolute value, so I give 0. So when I'm trying to copy this formula, it works fine. But will this work for the remaining rows? Just try to copy now. Just select it, copy this. Is it working? No. What is the reason? Because in this formula we have made the cell reference as A16, right? We have made it as absolute. Here I'll make only this A as absolute. The row number, I'm removing that $sign. Okay, so I want only the column to be fixed, but not the row number. Row number has to be keep changing. Just give enter. Now when you're trying to copy this, so first let me copy this, and now try to copy the same towards downwards. Now we got the answer right. So this is how we use Vlookup multiple values at once. So next we'll see about Hlookup. So H stands for horizontal. So that is, it used to search for a value in the top row of the table. Okay, here Hlookup is used to search for a value in the top row of a table and return a value from a specified row in the same column. And its syntax is, we have equals Hlookup, open the bracket, lookup value, table array, row index number, and the range lookup. Okay, we have the same parameters, except instead of giving the column index number, here we are giving the row index number. So let's see with an example. So here is a simple table. We have the product ID, product name, and price. Say suppose I want to find the price of product ID 103. So 103 price is 3,500. You observe that the product ID details are in the row. Usually In Vlookup, that is whenever you want to search downwards, then we are using Vlookup. So when we want to search in the row wise, then we use Hlookup. Okay. So here the same formula we are using, that is Hlookup. Open the bracket. So which is a lookup value? 105 is the lookup value, comma, the table array. So you're just selecting the table. I'm making it as absolute reference by pressing F4, comma, as I need the price of 105 product ID. So price is the third row. So product ID is in the first row, product name second row, and price is the third row with respect to this particular table, right? So I want the details in third row. So I'm typing 3, comma, I need an exact match, so I can give 0 here, close the bracket and give enter. So the price of the product ID 105 is 3,700. Suppose I change the product ID to 102, and you see the price is 30,000, which is for laptop. 102 is laptop and its price is 30,000. Suppose instead of having the price, suppose I want the name of the product ID. So here what I have to do in the formula, so here instead of giving the row number as 3, here I mention it as 2, because the product name is the second row, right? So and give enter. So 102 is laptop. So I want to know what is 104 product ID. The name of the product ID 104 is shoes. So if you want the product ID of 101 is watch. So this is how Hlookup works. Now the same table I've just copied as transposed in Vlookup. So name, we have the data in row wise, like name Shalvin, Huvik, Satvik. So I give the name and I want to find the total using Hlookup. So name, what is the name you are searching for? Say suppose I want Mayo. So I want the total of Mayo. So here I am using Hlookup. Open the bracket, lookup value is Mayo, comma, the table array. So this is my table array. I am making it as absolute cell reference, comma, a row index number, name first row, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth. Here it is 8, comma, 0. Just give enter. So Mayo's total is 434. Got it? So this is how Hlookup works.
That's all for today's session. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and make sure you share it with your friends. See you in my next video. Until then, take care and keep smiling.